evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dani Spikes, and this is Free Coaching Friday. Now, excuse my head wrap. It took me approximately 20 minutes to bring this to fruition, but my edges are currently on respite. We are both in mourning. And as promised, this month we're focusing on forgiveness. So last week, or the week before last, we talked about forgiving yourself. This week, we're talking about forgiving your friends. And next week, we're talking about forgiving your partners. Excuse my glowing skin, you guys. This is what happens when you drink lots of water and stay in your lane. Now, for those of you who don't know, on Wednesday at noon, a few of us got together on Instagram Live and kikied and had lunch together, and we talked about friendships and forgiveness. And I knew this was a sensitive subject because of the conversations and the likes that I had both online and offline around forgiveness and friends. All right, so let's talk about forgiving your friends. And we're going to have a real honest and candid conversation in about 4 minutes. And if you do these things, I promise you, your life will. And Dani, why are you touching this part of my life, okay? I've held on to this hurt long enough. I don't really honestly want to let it go because I feel like if I let it go, then I'm going to be friends with that person again. Like, I don't come to your office, Dani, and coach your clients and tell you what to do. So if you could kindly stay out of my life, that'd be awesome. Honey bun. Let's be great in 2017. Okay, so let me guess. You had a friend that you trusted, someone that you guys were cool, whether you were best of friends or not, and that person violated your friendship. You're probably blindsided by this, and out of the reaction of this, your ability to trust has been compromised. See how forgiveness and trust works in tandem? And you're like, But here's my thought for you, okay? Whatever happened in the friendship, I'm not forcing you to forgive them. Always wait until you're ready to be in a place of forgiveness, because it's really not just about the forgiveness, it's about the lesson that you. So if you can remove who the person was that did it, because it really wasn't about the person, it's more so about you, and you can get past the drama of what happened and start focusing on what was the lesson that I learned in this entire situation. And let's not say, oh, I learned not to trust that person again, or I learned that that person is fake. No, what were the things that that person did that you learned? Did you learn what to see when someone's getting ready to use you, the characteristics? Did you learn to value yourself more? Did you learn not to put your trust in someone else? What were the things that you learned out of that friendship? And use this opportunity to make the forgiveness and the lesson more about you than that person. Because in all honesty, forgiveness does more for you than it does for the person. Oftentimes, the person doesn't even know they need to be forgiven. What lessons did I learn from that person about myself? What lessons did I learn from that person that I need to apply to my life? Whether it's to value my thoughts more, follow my intuition more, maybe it's to trust. Maybe the lesson within itself is learning how to forgive a friend. And when you're ready to actually do this forgiveness, I want you to sit in a quiet, still place and write down every lesson that you learned from that person. Every lesson. Practice deep breathing. Keep the lesson that the person taught you, but give back the negative emotions that you feel, because those negative emotions are just a distraction. And when you make it more about you and your journey and less about them and what they did and who they are, you'll find the process of forgiveness and being able to move forward so much easier. How are you guys feeling after that conversation? Do you still feel like, Dani, I don't care. This person did me wrong and I will never forgive them? And if that's how you feel, that's true. But who is it hurting more, the person or you? And then don't beat yourself up and ask yourself, why did I allow this to happen? How did I allow this to happen? Sometimes things have to happen to us for us to learn the lesson and then maybe teach. Don't forget, this life is not our own, and we just live in service of others. And when you're really living in service of others, sometimes you have to go through some things so that you can teach others. Love you guys. If you are in a relationship, don't forget about sexual harassment Mondays. I'll be following up with HR Tuesdays. And be sure to drop me a line and let me know if this touched you. If you'd like to have a private conversation about your situation specifically, I'd love to have one. DM me or email me at hello@spikedbrunch.com. Good night, guys.